In this week's Instant Expert, we're going codpiece-deep in Dragon Age Inquisition, the next-gen third entry in Bioware's Swords and Seduction RPG. Here are 6 crucial things you need to know about Dragon Age Inquisition. Let's talk a bit about character creation first. Bioware is promising this will be massively in-depth. Loads of little details are in, like the ability to change inner and outer iris colours, the addition of scars, and customisable Kunari horns. Although don't expect your male Kunari to be quite as big as Iron Bull, one of the party members who we've already seen. Inquisition looks a bit like a world where collagen implants exist, and with that in mind, we know there are a lot of lip options. There are some limitations though. There are no body sliders, and your background sometimes determines your choice of race and class. That said, who'd want to be a Dwarven mage anyway? All of this happens before the big opening cutscene, so there's no taking your helmet off reveal moment and seeing what you actually look like. Finally, on character creation, there's also a choice of British or American accents for your Inquisitor. For the women, we have Alex Wilton Regan as the British voice, who played Samantha Traynor in Mass Effect 3, and Sumali Montano, the voice of the Enchantress in Diablo 3. For the men, it's Harry Haddon Patton doing the British accent, and John Curry, previously the voice of Zevran, as the American. Customization next, and again there looks like there's a huge amount of options here. Your follower's armour will change colour as you equip new gear, and dyes are also being looked at. We also know that the Kunari don't wear helmets and instead have a different head slot. Crafting also sounds like a big deal. When you find a template for armour, you can use custom materials to give it the look and stats you desire. The bad news is that there are no capes. Companions are a big deal in any Bioware game, and Inquisition is no different. We'll start with the wonderfully cryptic news that you can hug some of them, suggesting that perhaps Iron Bull has personal space issues. You can talk to your party members at any time outside battle, and the banter is going to be a big thing. Interestingly, banter will time out if you don't react to it quickly enough. Much like previous Bioware RPGs, your party members will also have an approval rating, but the system has been refined. It's now more about what you say and do, rather than just showering them with gifts. Also, each follower has a set of goals they aim to achieve, and consequently it really matters who you take with you on quests. Manage your party wrong and they might leave. Apparently the base in Inquisition is also going to be far grander than the camp in Origins. Not surprising given that it's the headquarters of the entire Inquisition. Finally, some bad news. There's no sign of a Mabari Warhound companion or of Shale, the gloriously gravelly stone golem from the Stone Prisoner DLC. Of course, the most important thing in any Bioware game isn't the fate of the world or slaying of dragons, but who you're going to have sex with. Dragon Age Inquisition has 8 romances, although in reality these aren't just focused on sex. We know a few options already. Cullen and Cassandra are straight romance options, and Lady Josephine, the head ambassador of the Inquisition, is a bisexual romance option. Another is Dorian, a dashing mage from the Tevinter Imperium who is a love interest for male Inquisitors. Interestingly, 2 of the romance options apparently have racial preferences. Combat next, and we know that the settings will range from easy to nightmare. Aside from the normal stuff, we know that the Inquisitor's control over the Fade may also come into play, as will destruction and use of the environment. Tactical combat is back in a big way, with the return of the tactical camera. You can swap between this and real-time modes at any time. Cross-class combos are also crucial. Teamwork will allow you to capitalise on enemy states, such as shattering them when they're frozen. Stealth, however, is less of a viable option, so backstabbing is out, but the sneaky types among you will be pleased to know that rogues can set traps. We'll finish off with a bit about the story. This primarily involves a civil war between mages and Templars. As an Inquisitor, you're considered holy to a certain extent, and you can judge people in the world. Relating to this, we know that faith and leadership are apparently major themes of the game. The whole thing is far more open-ended than previous Dragon Ages, and you'll be required to make grand choices and decisions which will directly affect how the game plays. As well as the main quest, there are loads of side missions which relate to your role as the Inquisitor, intent as you are on winning the hearts and minds of the troubled people. And that's all we've got for today. Be sure to hit the link in the description for more detailed information from the Q&A sessions with Bioware's Mark Darrah, Mike Laidlaw and Cameron Lee on Raptor. This includes answers about flying mounts, Dragon Age Keep and fast travel. In the meantime, please subscribe to CVG for more on Dragon Age Inquisition as and when we get it, and be sure to check out our other episodes of Instant Expert by clicking the on-screen links.